Hello, welcome to this channel. My name is Roslyn. I work in the health sector. I saw this question on the internet which says, does tomatoes have side effects? So, I decided to make a video on it. The simple answer to this question is yes. Tomatoes has side effects. Though, tomatoes has so many health benefits, ranging from adding flavor to our dishes, contain vitamin C and K, and potassium, reduces the risk of heart disease and cancer, including one of its constituent, lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that is helping to fight diseases, and many others. Tomatoes still have some side effects. And this stem from excess intake of tomatoes. This can lead to adverse effects. Not everybody is recommended to have them in their normal food amounts. In this video, we shall talk about the different ways tomatoes can harm you if taken in excess. Tomatoes are consumed in many different ways. They can be consumed raw, cooked, and as an ingredient in numerous dishes, sauces, drinks, and in salads. Though they are usually safe for consumption, they can also cause complications in some people. Some of the complications include acid reflux, intolerance effects, muscle aches, the list goes on. Tomatoes are acidic, and they can cause heartburn. They are packed with malic and citric acids and can make the stomach produce excessive gastric acid. When the volume of the acid increases, it is forced to flow up the esophagus, causing the symptoms of acid reflux. 1. Tomatoes contain toxic glycoalkaloids. The green tomatoes are particularly known for containing glycoalkaloid compounds like solanine, atomatine and dihydrotomatin. Glycoalkaloids can cause gastrointestinal tract disorders and pain when consumed in large amounts. They are also suspected to be the cause of inflammation. Excessive tomatoes consumption can aggravate chronic pain and painful inflammatory conditions like arthritis. Also, the leaves of tomato plant can be unsafe. In large amounts, it can cause vomiting, dizziness, headache, and, in severe cases, can lead to death, according to some research. Let me surprise you, the very compound that is responsible for its benefits is the major contributing factor to this side effect of tomatoes. This compound is called lycopene. Patients who have stomach ulcers and other stomach issues must be very cautious of lycopene. This compound can also cause low blood pressure. Individuals on blood pressure lowering medication must stay away from lycopene. It can also worsen the symptoms of prostate cancer. Lycopene can also increase the risk of bleeding and must be avoided by people with bleeding issues. One other side effect common to lycopene intake are chest pain, accumulation of fat under the skin, indigestion, and worsened hot flashes. Lycopene was also discovered to interact with certain cancer chemotherapy cases. Individuals on cancer treatment must be very cautious. 2. Tomatoes may also worsen the symptoms of gastroesophageal reflux disease. According to the University of Maryland Medical Center, it is better to avoid acidic foods like tomatoes, to avoid acid reflux symptoms. Tomatoes can also cause allergic contact dermatitis, where your skin becomes itchy and swollen after touching the fruit or the leaves. Tomatoes can also lead to itchy lips. Another possible allergic reaction common with tomatoes is a red patch around the eyebrows and eyelids. According to a report published by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, individuals with advanced chronic kidney disease must limit their intake of potassium. 3. Tomatoes are rich in potassium. People who suffers kidney problems may also need to limit their intake of tomatoes as they contain a lot of water. High potassium levels in the blood, which is one of the causes of kidney disease, could be dealt with by avoiding tomatoes or tomato sauce or anything made of tomatoes. Tomato sauce is also high in oxalate, which is another reason individuals who are sensitive to tomatoes must stay clear of it. 4. Tomatoes may be another reason for irritable bowel syndrome. And if you already have irritable bowel syndrome, tomatoes can worsen bloating. 5. Tomatoes are also one of the common food that can cause intestinal problems. Diarrhea can occur in individuals suffering from tomato intolerance. The University of Minnesota also had another reports that tomatoes could be a source of an organism called Salmonella that causes diarrhea. 6. Tomato soup can have excessive sodium. Just 1 cup of the soup can contain anywhere between 700 to 1,260 milligrams of sodium. Canned tomatoes can contain 220 milligrams of sodium for every half cup. 7. Excessive intake of lycopene or its supplements can cause lycopenodermia, which is the deep orange coloration of the skin. Though this may not be a health threat, but certainly not very attractive to look at. 8. Acidic foods like tomatoes can irritate the bladder and result in urinary problems. It can cause bladder symptoms, and in certain cases, cystitis, a burning sensation in the bladder. 9. Conducive mold development can also be linked to tomatoes, and this can cause allergies and respiratory problems according to the United States Department of Agriculture. 10. Tomatoes can also be the cause of acute gastrointestinal upset, because of its high content of acid. It is advisable to avoid tomatoes if you are already suffering from acid reflux or heartburn. These side effects simply means we must be careful not to consume tomatoes in excess. Other set of people that must exercise caution more than anybody else are the pregnant and breastfeeding mothers. Tomatoes, especially the sauce, has a strong flavor and can make its way into the breast milk. This can make the baby uncomfortable and irritable. Studies shows that lycopene supplements may also not be safe during pregnancy. This does not mean you quit tomatoes right away. They also have numerous benefits, some of which have been mentioned above. What this means is be wary of the side effects, and don't consume them in excess. Now, in conclusion, let's look at some other questions like, can tomatoes be eaten raw? Yes. You just check the acidity content. If you are suffering from acid reflux or any other gastrointestinal issue, raw tomatoes are not advised. Are canned tomatoes dangerous? Yes, in the long run. In fact, any canned food is considered dangerous. This is because the inside of these cans is coated with bisphenol A, which can pose a health risk. Even otherwise, canned tomatoes are high in sodium, and that is not healthy. Can tomatoes be applied to the face? Yes. They benefit your skin in numerous ways. They tone your skin, improve the texture, and help in exfoliation. But again, the acidity is the problem. If you are allergic to tomatoes, don't use them. How many tomatoes can I eat in a day? About 1/3 cup of tomatoes in a day. But this quantity depends on individual. Otherwise, 1/3 cup of tomatoes in a day should be fine. 1 serving of cooked tomatoes a day, and several servings of fresh tomatoes a week. You should ideally eat 22 milligrams of lycopene a day. There are 27 mgs in 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. On a gram-for-gram basis, cherry tomatoes contain more lycopene than large tomatoes. A medium tomato contains around 15 calories. I hope you find this useful. I will be coming your way again very soon. Please leave your comments below and turn the icon bell on. Subscribe please, if you haven't. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.